The sound of my childhood is rattling pots and pans. Of course, and the slippers dragging on the ground. My mother. Wendy? I got a new piece of furniture for my overcrowded office. I went to Home Goods and I got it, and it didn't have any knobs, so I complained loud. Well, it has no knobs! Who do I sound like complaining? Well, it has no knobs. If there's no knobs, then you can't possibly expect me to pay, I think it was $125, which, P.S., a steal. Red lacquer, you know what I'm saying? But I am my mother's daughter. It has no knobs. Each knob, that takes away from the attraction of the piece. Now I've got to go to the knob store and get knobs. I'll take this if you give it to me for $75. I am not going to pay $125. There's no knobs. There are no knobs. My mother's taught me well. Just a little something for the office with no knobs. So then I went to the hardware store, and for like $3, I got knobs. And now it's a designer piece with knobs. Look, NutriBullets for everybody. Mommy, I'm sending you yours. My mother, she's probably already gotten in contact with Roberta through the email. She's so comfortable that, they just pass me and they get right to her. Dear Roberta, me and my husband, Tom, would like to have one of each thing Wendy gave away on the show today. Thank you. Mail it to the Jersey apartment, because we'll be up there in 2 weeks. Don't mail it to Florida. Well, happy Mother's Day, Mommy. I hope you enjoy your NutriBullet. Like, where do you get a wrap dress for $49? And when I tell you the stretch in my stuff, I'm just giving you a little preview. Pencil skirt also comes in this beautiful floral. And, of course, there's stretch in everything, again. I have other stuff, cute stuff to stop. All right. I'm out of breath. I know my mother is going to be calling me in any second. Ow, Wendy! I want one of everything. Okay, Mother's Day didn't cost me a dime. But my mother is to the point where she totally gets it. Because we get such good stuff. Like if I'm going to send her Youth Corridor, moisturizer, $350 for a vat of that. Look, take that, whatever. So I sent her a few of these kimonos. And she says, Wendy, I got my box. I love the kimono. I said, yeah, Mom, how are you going to wear it? Quizzing her, fashionably. I thought she would say, well, I'm going to put on my bathing suit. Skimpy. The nut doesn't fall far from the tree. I'm going to put on my bathing suit, and I'm going to go to the pool with my kimono. Do you see where I get some of my personality? Everybody's dressed except for my mother, who's naked. No sarong, no t-shirt, no cargo shorts, no moo-moo. She's just flitting around Martha's Vineyard. Wendy, Tom, you take the picture.
Okay, Cheryl.
My parents are already making the reservations for when they're going to be coming up here. I was talking to my mother like 2 days ago. She said, and I think we're going to put our car on the auto train. That's code for we'll be up there for at least a month and a half. Yeah. Today is a big day in our history. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. birthday. Daddy, I do recall you going to the march. And Mommy, what were you doing while Daddy was in D.C. witnessing history?
I was watching the historical event on TV.
Oh.
I wasn't able to go because everyone was not allowed to make that trip. But I didn't mind, Wendy. I didn't mind. I stayed at home and I watched it on TV.
Making a lovely dinner so when Daddy came home, we would have something lovely to eat.
Absolutely. As I always did. And still do it.
Braggart. My parents' flight was delayed going back to Miami, and they already knew that. I said, well, how are you going to shovel? Because you rent a car at the airport, so now you have to drive the car back, but now you park outside, so now the car has to be dug out. My mother goes, don't worry, your father is not going to break his back shoveling. We've got somebody. There's more drama at the Jackson compound. Remember I was telling you that Catherine, who is now over 86 years old, the matriarch. She's trying to get this restraining order against her nephew, Trent. She's claiming, refresh, that Trent is abusive and he's a con man and he tried to control her money. Anyway, Trent is asking the judge to force Catherine to appear in court so she can make these claims herself. Catherine, let me tell you something, Mrs. Jackson. Only on account of I know older people as well as I've got older parents, and I always tell you guys this, my parents are in their 80s, but they're still present. Thank God. Oh, they're still present. And I know that my dad and mom would definitely go to court. Let me tell you something, Judge. There is nobody controlling our money. And by the way, we have no money. We are retired educators. If it wasn't for, you know, us being frugal and clipping coupons, we wouldn't have anything to eat for dinner.
Tom, bring the car around and grab the coupons for the good starts.
It's always fun being around my father. When my mother's not here, Mommy, no offense. He's a bit henpecked. Do you know what I'm saying?
Do you need Tori now?
Yes, send him in. Not henpecked in a bad way, but just, you know how sometimes you're married for like 55,000 years and you just don't even feel like fighting. So you just let the little woman have her way. Tom, let's go to the store now. Cheryl, the game is on. I can't go. Tom, let's go now.
All right.
and so they're cute together, but he's a lot more relaxed when he can do what he wants. So here they go. They called me like a month ago. And they're so sarcastic. They talk on the speakerphone. But she always leads the charge. My mother's very bossy. Hi, Wendy. I'm like, hi, Mom. Hi, Daddy. You know, because it's a given that he's on the speakerphone in the background. Oh, so I guess you're sleeping. Yeah, exactly.
Shade.
Exactly. I was on The View on Friday. You know who was very, very disappointed? My mother. She called me as I was leaving the city. Bring. I guess you're tired. Are you in the bed? Now, mind you, this is, by the time I got out of here, it's like 12:30 in the afternoon. I said, no, Ma, as a matter of fact, I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. I've just done The View, you know, and I've just left my office after, you know, taking my shower and wiping off my makeup and then, you know, getting dressed, and I'm going back to Jersey. And then I'll get back in the bed. You were on The View and you didn't tell me and your father? Like, I'm sorry that, you know, my schedule just goes so fast. You know, I'm sorry I didn't tell you. Well, when's it gonna be on? I said, Ma, they're live. So, you know, it's done. It's done. Well, who else was the guest? I said, excuse me? You know? It looks like a Liberace explosion in my bathroom right now. You have no idea what's going on in there. That's why Daddy had to go upstairs, because, you know, I need room to try on my clothes. I don't want my father looking at me, commenting. He wouldn't comment badly, though. That would be my mother. Oh, you're gonna wear that? It's very short, Wendy. It's Vegas, Mom. Oh, that's a lot of cleavage. Ugh, I'm grown. Ow, everybody's grown. Yep, everybody's grown. Oh. I haven't talked to my parents in 2 days. On account of the outfits. I know they're watching. Tam, look at your daughter. Yup, watch me, watch me. Ooh, watch me, watch me. Ooh, watch me, watch me. It's funny how even when you're grown and you pay your own bills, I don't know, there's some of us who still are a little fearful, just slightly fearful of the parents. We don't want to hear what they have to say about side cutout and boobage. I come from a family of say it like you mean it people. You know, like my mother has said before, don't you think that skirt is too short? That was before I got my TV show. Now, everything that I wear is, love that, love that, love that. Oh, as you can tell, I come from a very colorful family. Yes. Anyway, so that's him at his birthday dinner. And so then I'm talking to my mom, who's a real show pony. She hogs a conversation, and she talks like this. It's the only voice I know how to imitate. She's like, Wendy, I didn't know where I'd find time to have dinner with your father. Honestly, I know and they've been married, by the way, for like 60 years. Like forever. Yeah. They met on the beach in Atlantic City. Anyway, so she goes, well, you know, I am rehearsing for this play. I totally forgot. You know how you get consumed with your own life. My mom is in a big production, and it splashes out in Miami on Thursday. And this is her with only some of the girls. Do you have the full shot to show the full cast? Can you show the full cast? They rehearse like 6 hours a day, just like when I was on Broadway for Chicago. So it's really weird how your relationship sometimes comes full circle. I'm talking to her because she's a showgirl, and she's talking to me, asking me stuff. I call the house. I can't talk now. Your father and I are running lines. That means rehearsing. She's the oldest one in the play, and her name is Miss Shirley. And she's the older woman who comes in and reads the rest of the girls. This picture is at least 3 times this size, but I guess she just wanted to zoom in on the show pony. Well, there she is. Good morning, Mommy. Good morning, Daddy. Break a leg.
Wendy, you're not the only showgirl in the family. I didn't call you. I didn't want you to discourage me.
Why do you care about being in front of people like that, 84 years old?
God bless her.
Yeah, 84.
She looks great.
I know. I moisturize. Wendy sends me all those moisturizers from the show, and I use them.
How do I look, Memsor? You wish I put on a wrap dress.
Let me take a picture.
I know.
Daddy, you don't have to kiss me, Daddy.
I know how you feel.
Mommy, you don't like it? You're talking?
I love it. No, I love it.
What do you think? I should wear St. John's knit all the time?
No. If I had your height and your figure, I'd wear exactly what you have on.
Oh, now all of a sudden.
No, that's my style. I like something like that. I think it's very different.
I like your outfit, Mommy. Your handbag matches nothing. They probably have something to say. Here's her handbag. It's blue. There's not a blue anywhere on her outfit.
But I'm color blocking.
Yeah, no, that's right.
I am color blocking.
Wendy.
All right, Shirley.
Tristan.
Wendy, move to
color
the left
blocking.
so I can get very
Mommy,
All right.
You could call it color blocking. Some people might have issue with it. Quite frankly, I don't. I think you look very well appointed.
I like it.
My only issue is that you're wearing open-toed shoes and it's 2 degrees outside.
Only because
we
I live
talked
in
about
Florida
that.
and I do not have black clothes and shoes here. That's the only reason.
Mommy, Payless is right down the street.
Not for me.
Oh, wow. Who's highbrow? Wow.
Girl after my own.
Oh my gosh.
Did I come back to that one?
That's what we call a read.
She's saying?
Yes, that's a read. Look, in conclusion, you see that the nut doesn't fall far from the bigger nut.
That's right.